Broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web, you're listening to CHSR, HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
Welcome to the Passion Muse Show. I'm Mia Saenz, your host. And with me in studio this week is Patty Alfonso. Hi, Patty.
Hi, Mia.
Patty is an energy healer. She's a cross between Marilyn Monroe and Mother Teresa. And she's going to share her journey with us. We have an amazing hour of meditation. There's going to be a live meditation here. And tools to work and gain that energy space where you can create amazing things. So let's hear Patty's story.
Thank you, Mia. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm
You're
so
welcome.
grateful to share what I'm going to share during this hour and to just connect with everyone who's listening. My story, it started when I chose to be a cross between Marilyn Monroe and Mother Teresa when I was very little. And that journey has just been so amazing. I began, as an actor and sort of developing that Marilyn Monroe-esque quality. I always knew that I wanted to help people and to, be a guide and a beacon for awesomeness in the world. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to do it with the flair of Marilyn Monroe and then just the heart and the givingness of Mother Teresa. Mm-hmm. So I came to Los Angeles to pursue my dream of Marilyn Monroe. And during my acting career, there was just this sense that there was something missing and that there was something more for me. And that led me to energy healing, an energy healing school. And that journey was just amazing. And having my private practice and working with my clients and helping them live their dream life and create what they want to create in this lifetime, helping them to let go of all of the limitations that are keeping them from just being and receiving, that dream life has been such a gift and such a contribution, not only to me, but, to the world. And after energy healing school and my practice, I just started asking the question, what's next? What else is possible here? And these are some of the tools that I'll be sharing with later to expand your life. And then I ended up practicing access consciousness and learning those tools and being with those tools. And that just opened up a whole other level of energy work. I was telling you earlier, when you work with energy and you are just in the energy of things, life is just easier. Mm-hmm. It's just easier. And so it just blew everything that I was doing out of the water, and the work with my clients became so much more dynamic. And in the process of continuing to ask what's next, I've started writing my first book. My work is being published in different magazines. So all of these new things are happening that are really contributing to that initial sense when I was little of being that cross between Marilyn Monroe and Mother Teresa. So, and that's how I ended up here. I was like, okay, what's next for 2014? What else is possible? And then all these radio interviews started coming my way, and I was like, okay, right. I say yes, let's do it.
That's beautiful. So, and you do meditations with your clients regularly?
I do guided meditations with them sometimes. It depends. Sometimes during the energy work. And you'll get a sense of what my meditations are like when we listen and be with the meditation that we're going to listen to today, which I'm very excited about sharing.
Wonderful. I think that meditation is very primary in raising our consciousness level. People have asked me, especially, I'm actually a minister, but I don't practice. I have it for if I need it. But I've had other pastors, ministers, people like that have asked me, well, you're talking about, this was some years back, because now it's more in the flow of our mainstream. Mm-hmm. But they say, what's so important about meditation? We believe in prayer, and I would say it's exactly that, except for you have the added bonus of clearing your consciousness to stillness, so you can talk directly to the divine and be the conduit. Because we don't beg, we don't plead when we pray and we're in meditation. We speak like adults. And so that's I love that. I love the aspect that we can just clear ourselves and be so still and peaceful. Even if you just practice that stillness. You don't even have to guide yourself through anything. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful way to set your intention before you go to sleep for another beautiful day the next day. It's a beautiful way, obviously, to wake up to as well. And to do it a couple times a day is very wonderful for our soul.
Absolutely. To connect to that breath. And for me, meditation is about connecting to that infinite being that I am, that we all are, and really expanding into that space and create from that space, be from that space. So we have all this just stuff every day, all of these distractions and things that we're doing. And, you have to do in this reality, obviously, but there's a balance. Do, be, do, be. And so for me, that's what meditation is just to really center and connect into that infinite being and expand my energy and, okay, what can I create from here?
Right.
Everything is possible.
You know what I love to do? Sometimes I love to go out, with my friends and have a drink and dinner and that kind of entertainment. Sometimes I'll want to see a movie with my husband. We all have different things. But a lot of times, I love to just meditate to get my high. I know that sounds funny. But you become so peaceful and you learn so much that the excitement and the beauty from it is really amazingly profound. And it's really fun to just say, you know what, I'm going to do this for me right now and see what comes. What I learn and know that when you open your eyes again, you're so much more at peace and you see everything different. Trees, colors, everything.
Absolutely.
So wonderful. So let's get on with your meditation.
I'm so excited.
Wonderful.
Allowing your body to sink in a comfortable position, bringing your awareness to your breath, with every exhale relaxing, letting go of anything that no longer serves you in this moment. Bringing awareness to your body, relaxing. And now bringing your awareness to your heart center. Focusing your attention on this heart space, bringing to your awareness all of the things in your life that you love. Feeling that energy from the top of your head to your feet. Smile to come to your face. And now with every breath, allowing that energy to expand just outside of your body. Expanding your energy to fill the room. Noticing the lightness that comes with this expansion. to expand a little bit more to the entire building that you're in, expanding even more to your neighborhood with every breath, sensing into that infinite being that lives in your body. And now expanding, covering the city that you live in. Stretching the limits of your physical body. Can you expand? Covering the state or the country that you live in. Breathing. Allowing that loving, divine energy to expand all around the world. Sending love to all of your friends and family. Sending love to those you don't know. Expanding beyond the world to the infinite universe to which we are all connected. Tuning into the lightness of the energy in this moment. Just being infinite. Being you. And in this state, connecting to all of the possibilities of what you can create. There are no limits. The divinely infinite to touch your heart. As if there was white light pouring into your being. Gently bringing your awareness back from the universe to the world. Back from the world to your country, to your state, to your city, to your neighborhood, back to your building, into the room, back to the chair you're sitting in, to your body, to your breath, noticing the lightness in this moment. And still being aware of that infinite being within that spark of divinity that lives in your body. Staying connected to that being. And when you're ready, gently fluttering your eyes open and allowing this feeling to be with you in every moment from here forward.
That was lovely. That was very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
It's funny because when I listen to meditations, my feet begin to tingle softly, and my body begins to tingle, and then my hands, my energy hands, flare up, especially my left one. It gets all hot. Go to sleep now, Reiki off. Be a good girl. That was really nice. And then, for you who are listening, after we come, we're not going for commercial break yet, but when we come back from commercial break, Patty's giving away, and she'll give you the link, a free gift, which is a meditation. So you have to finish listening to the tools and all that.
It's actually 2 meditations, but yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. Share with us, or you asked me because you said I wanted to know what you got from it, and you play host right now.
Okay. For me, when I listen to that meditation, my body feels so light. And when I tune into that energy of being infinite, of being an infinite being, I mean, what does that feel like in your body right now?
Well, I still have it going on.
Yeah.
It's very tingly. As the listeners can tell, I'm more, my energy is rich, but it's more level. I normally talk a lot more excited.
Yeah.
I love this space because this space is where we do create. We also, as women and men, can use their second chakra too, but we create if we explode from bringing it inward and then out through our body, out to the universe, is where we become incredibly powerful. Continual, always. When I work on my energy all day, it's amazing. I started taking Tai Chi in the fall, and also as an energy healer, I would continue. I tested this out one day. On a Sunday, I went to Tai Chi and I did my stuff and continued with, every time I would get slightly off, I would bring myself back to center. And by the end of the day, I was incredibly electric, literally. Literally. There was light popping off me. And it's really a beautiful healing thing because now I believe we can heal in a different aspect, not just humans, but, physically the planet too.
Absolutely. And as an infinite being in this space that we are experiencing right now, as I mentioned before, we are able to perceive, know, and be anything and everything. The universe is such an abundant place, and it is so ready to give us whatever it is that we are wanting to create, as long as we choose it,
right?
And
understand the energy levels that go along with it. It's our divine right.
Absolutely. And that, just as an infinite being, everything is possible. And I just love that energy. It just feels so light and so yummy in my body and all around me and even in the room.
I want to share something. Last week, and we have to go to commercial break soon, but last week we had on Deborah Jacobs, and we talked about different pleats in time and energy. And she was talking about dragon energy. But when she was explaining stuff, when I was asking her about the 72 pleats of time, it was so right on to manifesting and being in this zone that it made me realize that when we are in this zone, we know how to manifest, we know how to demonstrate, or a lot of us do. when we are in the zone and you feel like you shift slightly, you are shifting into another element there.
Another reality.
It's amazing. Another plate of time.
That is so much easier than the reality that we've created here.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it's so beautiful. And it truly is a gift to each individual if they want to take it for themselves.
Yes. And opening up to receive that gift.
Yes.
Because it's about receiving as well. Receiving what the universe wants to give to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We can do whatever we want. I just want to share this really quick. I just bought a car on Thursday.
Woohoo!
A boy car. I call it a boy car because as a little kid, I never thought I could buy a Camaro because that was a boy car. So in my...
What else is possible?
Yeah, exactly. In my glorious stage, I'm like, I'm buying a boy car. And now she's a girl. So we can do whatever we want. I mean, seriously.
Absolutely.
And that seems kind of silly, but it's not. It goes back to the fundamentals of how we're raised.
Even the thought that is silly is just a lie that this reality has created to prevent us from accessing everything.
Exactly.
Hence access consciousness, which we'll talk about after the break.
Wonderful. We'll be right back with Mia and Patty.
For all your live or pre-recorded webcasting needs, come to earthchannel.com. Get your web-based message out to a select group or the whole world. It's easy. A pioneer in webcasting, earthchannel.com provides the best products and services to big corporations and government users. And now this same technology is available to you. They have the best Earthcast encoders, servers, and products to meet your technical needs. But wait, don't want to mess with technical stress? No problem. They'll do it for you. EarthChannel.com is your answer. You can use webcasting for lots of things like advertising, marketing, customer support, training, and don't forget web radio and TV. In fact, you're listening to a live Earthcast right now. So come to EarthChannel.com. Actualize your audio or video webcasting needs today. You can't beat the friendly service or the price. Call earthchannel.com at 1-800-849-8978. That's 1-800-849-8978.
For over 75 years, Advance Auto Parts have provided top-quality car parts for the do-it-yourselfer. Whether you're a beginner wanting to change your own oil or a veteran rebuilding a classic car, Advance Auto Parts has the car and truck part or accessory you need. And they have free advice and resources and instructional videos to help you fix your car. Whether it's from oil and air filters to radar and laser detection, you can find the right part to get the job done right. Visit HealthyLife.net's advertiser page and click on Advanced Auto Parts today.
HealthyLife.net, where positive overcomes negative.
I'm Mary Hart, and this is AWRT Empowering America. Born in Belgium, Etta was educated at private schools. Her mother, a Dutch baroness, divorced her British banker father when Etta was 6. After spending a brief period with her father in England, Etta returned to Holland to live with her mother. It soon became apparent that rapidly sprouting Etta was too tall to be a professional dancer, so she started modeling, and in 1951 was cast in a small role in a British film. By 1953, Etta had made her American film debut and had become a star with one Academy Award already on her shelf. In 1988, she became a special ambassador to the United Nations Children's Fund. In 1992, Etta, Audrey Hepburn, was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom for her charitable works for UNICEF.
Empowering America is brought to you by the Foundation of American Women in Radio and Television and is made possible through the generous support of AT&T, the world's networking company.
Welcome back to the Passion Muse Show. I'm Mia Saenz, your host, and with me in studio this week is Patty Alfonso.
Yay!
Yay! We just did a listen to one of Patty's meditations. It was very beautiful, very calming, very centering.
Imagine starting your day off every day with that.
Yes.
Yes.
And you can do that type of work that she teaches and do it in your own element for your own daily stuff, or maybe she'd create one for you if you worked with her. So, okay, so let's talk about your tools.
Yes, I have a few tools that I want to share with everyone listening, and these are really awesome, easy tools that you can use right away so that you can start living that life that you came here to live.
Right.
So the first tool that I want to talk about is being in the question. And if you think about, at least for my experience when I was younger, I asked a lot of questions. And my parents would get so frustrated with me and just like, stop asking questions. So that part of me was kind of
stunted?
A little bit. You know, I don't know if anyone else there can identify with that.
My son told me I did that to him, and I'm like,
oh my
really?
gosh.
I'm so sorry, honey.
So
away.
And that is, we're so smart when we're little. That is such an important tool to be in the question and to ask questions. When you ask questions about what's happening, you actually open up the energy. And it's not about finding the answer, because we are so trained to find the answer to things, especially in our school system and everything. But if you just ask the question, then it opens up the energy, and then the universe can give you so many more things that are possible that you maybe couldn't have thought of. For example, at one point I was just tired of paying so much rent in LA. And, you know, if I wanted to think about how I would not pay rent, my mind would come up with, oh, you know, I'll have to get a roommate, or I'll have to move, and, you know, all these sort of logical things that our mind would come up with. But the mind comes up with only what it knows, right? It creates from what it knows in its little limited thinking mind. So I started asking the question, what would it take?
In meditation?
Just all day in general. In general. You can do this in meditation, but this is just every day. What would it take for me to pay less rent? And then I just asked the question and let the energy open and just allowed myself to receive from the universe. And about a week later, I got a notice on my apartment that they were looking for an apartment manager. And I took action, and I applied for the position, and I got to pay less rent, and I didn't have to move, and I didn't have to get a roommate or anything like that. So just being in the question, asking questions, become that little kid again, and ask questions about everything. So that's one of the first tools that I wanted to share. And then that brings me to the next tool. So as an energetic being, which we experienced, as an infinite being, which we experienced in the meditation, we can actually pick up all of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions from everyone around us. And if you're like me and you're really sensitive and OCD, you can pick up thoughts, feelings, and emotions from people thousands of miles away, right?
Absolutely.
So we need to remember that not all of those thoughts, feelings, and emotions are ours.
Exactly.
So a really excellent question that helps you with that is, who does this belong to?
Right.
Sometimes, like, I'll be walking around, I'm all happy and excited, oh, yay, and then, and I'm like, oh, what's that? Now, I could make it mine and create all of this suffering for the rest of the day. Oh, I'm so sad and I'm so depressed and da-da-da. Or I could just ask, is this mine?
Exactly.
Who does this belong to? And the energy immediately shifts, and I'm like, oh, it's not mine at all. Return to sender with consciousness, so that the thought, feeling, or emotion goes back to whoever it came from with consciousness, so that it can help them however it needs to help them. And then I don't need to process it. I don't need to be with it, because it's not mine to start off with.
Can I jump in there for a minute? I think it was probably about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, I became more of an empath, to the point where I've always felt and have always been an intuitive person, but I began feeling people's feelings onto that level that you're talking about.
Yes.
And I didn't know what the heck was going on.
And it's crazy.
And I didn't know why I began picking fights with my boyfriend. And I'm like, and then finally, I started, like you're saying, I started asking that question in meditation. And then it became so to the point where it was negative for myself coming from this one woman, I would start talking negative to myself. I woke up on Christmas Eve a year and a half ago or whenever it was, and I was like, you're not pretty, you're da-da-da-da-da. And I thought, wait a minute, oh, so-and-so's back.
Yeah.
And so I did what you said.
Yeah.
And I have not felt her that way again. You know, because first of all, it doesn't need to enter my energy space.
Absolutely.
I know I'm loved. I know I give love. And her thing is her thing. And
you're picking up on the judgments that she has about herself. That's what you're hearing. And then, you know, as the infinite beings that we are, and the empaths and the healers of the world, and we think that it's ours.
Right.
And we make it, like you said, about myself. But if you expand out into that infinite being state that we did with the meditation, it goes away because it's not yours.
And those who are experiencing this now that I've talked to others, they don't have to hide. You know, there are many people who, when their consciousness expands to different levels, they hide for several years because they don't know how to heal, how to feel, how to accept this. What the heck is going on? They think they absolutely have to hide.
Well, yes, when you're very sensitive and you're functioning from your thoughts and your feelings and emotions, it can seem very overwhelming. But if we make that switch and function from infinite being, where we are able to perceive, know, and be anything and everything, would an infinite being really be overwhelmed?
Right.
Would an infinite being really feel hateful?
We have,
you know,
right? We have the tools to turn that around. I also want to go back to number 1 before we go to number 3.
Sure.
This was about asking questions and asking questions to yourself, to the universe. And I mentioned my oldest son said that to me. I met a girl 2 years ago. She's listening to the show right now. She texted me. One of my closest friends, Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
She asks a lot of questions, or used to. And I thought, and you know what? That really opened me up to understanding how to express myself as a person more. And I thought it was so beautiful that she was not afraid to say, what do you exactly mean? And it taught me to be a better speaker in my heart with others, to not allow the thought or creating a thought that wasn't real, but to know exactly what that person was talking about. So asking questions, not just to yourself, but even to others, is very primary, because we get confused. We all feel differently, and we all mean something different. And in this modern age of technology, we get messed up with our texts and all that kind of stuff. So it is really important to ask, because that's being truthful to yourself.
Yes.
So
and asking questions, being in the question.
Right.
You know, not always trying to find an answer will also open the energy to other possibilities, because we are trained, like I said, to try to find the answer. And some questions like that I ask myself are, you know, what would my life be like if I choose this?
Right.
What would my life be like in 5 years if I choose this?
We need to surrender.
Yeah.
Right. And with that, we're going to surrender to the commercial.
Okay, so you have a couple of days off, and you're planning to get away from stress. You may be planning to go across the world, or even taking a staycation around town. Well, Hotels.com can get you a room in over 158,000 hotels, 60 countries, for 50% off. That's reducing stress already. Plus, collect 10 nights, and you'll get 1 night free. And there's no cancellation charges, no change fees. For the best deals, even last-minute deals, visit HealthyLife.net's advertiser page and click on Hotels.com.
Let's face it, we're all looking for great products at a great price, because it's just a good way to shop and get the most value from your money. Here at HealthyLife.net Radio, we do that too, and we do it for you. You won't find advertisers or affiliates that are not in line with our vision of bringing people a positive, happy, and healthy life. Although many advertisers come to us, few are chosen. Our advertisers are hand-picked and specially selected to support our vision and give you great products at a fair price. So the next time you're looking to buy a product or service, check out HealthyLife.net's advertiser page. Click through to our advertiser partner sites. You'll be glad you did, and so will we, because you'll help support HealthyLife.net, and we can keep our positive programs coming to you 24/7. That's HealthyLife.net's advertiser page. Do us a favor. Visit soon and often. It's a win-win-win situation for you, our advertisers, and HealthyLife.net. Just do it. HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
You see a product you like on your favorite TV show, and you're going to write the number down. But if you're like me, you run around trying to find a pen or a piece of paper, which somehow magically disappears every time you need them. Then you get back to the TV, and you've got it. They're on to something else. Now there's a solution. Seen on TV products have combined all the best TV offers online in one place. It's one-stop shopping. Just visit HealthyLife.net's advertiser page and click on Seen on TV products. And then, who cares if that pesky pen or paper does a disappearing act?
If you're in Southern California, you might want to consider HealthyLife.net radio for advertising. We have 18 hosts that have shows with loyal listeners just in Southern California. That means you get local advertising and the world for the same affordable price. With packages for every budget, you can't afford not to let that economic sun shine in for your business. Call now 1-800-555-5453. That's 1-800-555-5453.
HealthyLife.net, the positive radio network.
Welcome back to the Passion Muse Show. I'm Mia Saenz, your host, and Patty Alfonso is here with me.
Hello.
Hello.
Still here.
Woohoo. I know, it's so funny when I come back, I'm like, and we're still here. Of course we are. We have an hour show. So we did a meditation for those tuning in, and you're an energy healer and an energy worker, and she actually makes the molecules in your body change. No, I'm kidding.
Well, we all have the capacity to do that.
So we were going through some tools and some questions, but you wanted to clarify something.
Well, the first tool that we shared was about asking questions and being in the question.
Yes.
And I wanted to give the listeners some questions that can sort of help start this process.
Great.
That will help to open the energy. So we talked about who does this belong to, and returning to sender, that thought or feeling or emotion that kind of takes you over out of nowhere for no reason, that just doesn't belong to you.
Right.
Some of the other questions are, what else is possible? So whenever I'm encountered with something, like you're kind of stuck somewhere, whatever that may be or however it may look like, okay, what else is possible here? What else? And then that sort of opens the energy for the universe to come up with some other way for you to get what you require or you desire. So what else is possible?
Like when you're driving, a detour, an alternate route.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Another awesome question that I love is, how does it get any better than this? And that question you can use when something is really awesome or not so awesome, because it just opens the energy. So something really yucky is happening. Oh, how does it get better than this? And not finding the answer, oh, I would like this to happen, or I would like that to happen, because then you're cutting off the energy from the universe that can give you whatever is possible. Right. And when something really great is happening, wow, how does it get better than this?
Exactly.
Like I made it to the airport in half an hour. How does it get better than this?
That's because we set our wonderful intentions.
Absolutely.
I used to always set my intention to be here at the show, in the studio, at a specific time. And I started doing that with everything that I did, because I could have been an hour away, but I would still arrive within 30 minutes. Because I would set my intention, and I would be here exactly at, a quarter till. It was very cool.
Absolutely.
And I want to say, with asking the questions, how can it get better than this? Those of you who are creating your life and your relationships, ask yourself, how can it get better than this? Because in a relationship, this is also, we're here to love and to give love, and so a lot of us really dig relationships. So you can have the most amazing relationship, and you can take this tool, this process in meditation, and bring it even further into what you might understand on this level of what can be better. Because
how does it get better?
It does. Because I know that when you're with somebody and you start to feel uncomfortable or unhappy, you say, better. I want better.
How does it get better?
And then better comes in.
And a really great tool that Access also talks a lot about, that I use in my relationship a lot, is Access defines consciousness as everything without judgment. And I notice that when I'm judging my partner, our relationship is like, meh, 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 meh. If I am in no judgment, and I am just loving and appreciating and accepting and allowing everything that person is, and allowing that to contribute to my life, then the relationship is like, yay! So consciousness, everything without judgment, includes everything, no judgment. And that's a really great tool. Am I judging in this moment? Judgment has such a heavy, heavy energy to it.
And it's very simple, even the concept of judging, and I want to throw this into. Last night, we had to put our cans at our house out on the street for the trash truck to come. We're cleaning out, we cleaned out the garage, we had a lot of boxes, paint cans, and I told my husband the paint cans have to go specifically to a certain place. The boxes will have to put in recycling. And he saw that there was a junk person coming by to take stuff. So he put them all out on the street. And he was so proud and happy. And I was like, okay. So the next morning, they're still there. And I judged. And that was wrong because he did a loving thing. And so I muddied up that moment, you know, on the way to the studio instead of being in my space of beauty, which I did call him back and thanked him for all the work he did. But really, that was not my place. My place was to continually love him because the answer is there. I wanted to be the one that's like, I can't see this happening. That wasn't right.
Well, and
I don't normally live in that space. But
and a great tool for that is interesting point of view. Well, that's interesting. Because when you're judging it as right or wrong, then you're locking that in and you're creating a certain energy. So rather than judge, being in, well, that's an interesting point of view. Well, that's interesting. I mean, everyone is going to have their own point of view.
Exactly.
And what's true for you may not be true for me, but do we have to make ourselves wrong for it?
Right. Or someone else wrong.
Yeah.
That was what I...
Interesting point of view. Oh, that's interesting that he's doing that. What else is possible?
And so just now I saw it in a different way, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So here's actually, we talked a little bit about how judgment feels heavy, and this is another really great tool. And I had mentioned before, when you work and live in the space of energy, everything is easier. And so for those people who are creating their dream life and not sure which way to go, a really great tool is, does this feel light or does this feel heavy? So if something feels light for you, then that means that it's true for you. If something feels heavy, then that means that it's a lie for you. Now, as I mentioned, what's true for you may not be true for me. So what's light for me may be heavy for you. And hey, how interesting. What else is possible, you know? So in terms of creating and living your dream life, if you get an energy of what it is that you're trying to create, right, in your meditation, maybe you're visualizing, you know, what your next project is, and you're asking questions about that, there's a certain energy that forms around that. And the way to use this tool is that when opportunities come your way, you can tune into the energy. Does that feel light or does that feel heavy? Does that match the energy of this little energy bubble that I am choosing to create in this moment? And then you make choices according to the energy. And sometimes the mind doesn't always agree with, you know, the energy, but following the energy. Follow the energy, because that is what's always going to be the most expansive. The mind, limitation. Monkey mind, limitation. Energy, openness, expansiveness, light or heavy. And you can use that to make decisions. You can use that. I mean, it's really amazing. I absolutely love this tool. You can use that when you're asking questions of yourself. Oh, does that feel light or does that feel heavy? It's just such a phenomenal tool.
And when we get into this space of being able to create on a very simple level, I mean, it seems very difficult, but it's very simple. I remember I was in a relationship some years back where at night I really loved my partner, really loved him. But sometimes I just go, I can't, you know, I'd feel like I can't handle this. I can't handle this. And then when he left, I was devastated. But looking at it now, it's like I asked for a way out. I asked for better.
Yeah.
And so
and even
we
when
absolutely get what we require, what we ask for.
Yeah, and when you were talking about that, I can't handle this, that contraction. Did you feel that? I mean, I could feel it. Even your body was kind of contracting. So that's a heavy energy. That's energy of judgment. That's energy of lack. That's energy. It's all of this, that heavy, heavy stuff. So not necessary. Return to sender. How does it get better than this? What else is possible? And follow the energy.
And open up for the beauty. We'll be right back with more tools.
I love food, and I love to eat. The cooking and cleaning part, not so much. And then I found a link to the chef's catalog on the healthylife.net advertiser page, and I was happy to find all sorts of amazing recipes and tips on cooking, in addition to great chef-quality kitchen equipment and savings as well. Now I look forward to my time in the kitchen thanks to chef's catalog on the healthylife.net advertiser page.
When you're looking for bedding, department store prices can shock you. Well, be shocked no more. Sell steak cheap, not cheap steak. That's the motto of Anna's Linens. Although they don't sell steak, they do sell the best bedding, bath, and home decor items. They strive to provide their merchandise at extreme value to their customers, and they do it. Great everyday prices on everything and military discounts. Plus, if you visit them online, they have clearance items and internet specials. Visit them online now at healthylife.net's advertiser page.
Whether you're taking a short trip or traveling across the world, Magellans.com is the world's most trusted source for travel, and they guarantee 100% satisfaction. They have everything you need to make travel just a bit more pleasurable. Who doesn't like that? They have travel alarms, clothing, the best luggage, wallets, everything you need except the ticket. Visit the advertiser page on healthylife.net and click on Magellans now. You will not only see their travel products, but get a free catalog and read articles with tips on how to make your travel easier. Visit the advertiser page and click on Magellans now.
Vistaprint. I'm sure you've heard the name. Over 17 million small businesses and consumers have used Vistaprint for printed products ranging from business cards and brochures to invitations and thank you cards. Why? Because Vistaprint has the lowest price guarantee, and you can design your products with templates or upload your design. And they have free products. 3-day rush service and satisfaction is always guaranteed. Try Vistaprint. Just go to the healthylife.net advertiser page and click on the Vistaprint logo.
You choose programs you want, never anything you don't. The way radio should be. HealthyLife.net.
You're listening to the Passion Muse Show. I'm your host, Mia Saenz, and with me is Patty Alfonso, and we're in our last 8-minute segment. So we're going to do some recapping, and there's the beautiful gift that she wants to share with you, a free gift. When we went out on commercial break, we were talking about tool number 4, what is possible. We were talking about choice creates awareness, and I was talking about a relationship that I truly loved my partner. I still have love for this man, even though I'm not with him, and I think of him as a friend. But I remember at night feeling dissatisfied at times, thinking I was betraying myself. You know, when I would say, this just doesn't feel right, because I'd have this feeling. But I adored him, and I couldn't see anything else, and I didn't understand. But yet, at that point, I was asking the universe for something better. And so when we do ask, and we do become more spiritual, and we do become more aware, conscious of our thoughts and our being, we can create amazing things. A lot of what Patty and I were talking about in this show, such as this choice of awareness, I asked the universe, this doesn't feel right. I want something different. And although it hurt, something different came. Yeah. It took a year of pain, but something different, you know, of working through my own stuff. And we do that in relationships, in family, in personal. We work through it. So, Patty, share with us tool number 5.
So, I wanted to add a little bit to what you were saying about choice creating awareness. So, when we choose something, right, it opens, and then you have more possibilities and more awareness of what is possible. Yes. So you had mentioned I was in this kind of pain for like a year because you didn't want to choose to leave, which your being knew that is what needed to happen. And so when we make the choice, then that creates the awareness for what is next and what is possible. Right. Which is it's just another really wonderful. Sometimes people kind of don't want to choose, so then they get stuck in this kind of limbo, and it just really doesn't have to be that way. And you know what? You can choose every 10 seconds. Choose this. And then you go with that for a little bit, and if it doesn't feel light for you anymore, then choose something else. Right. We've created this thing in this reality where if you can just choose that one thing, and then if you don't stay with that one thing, then you're not responsible. And it's like, dude, whatever.
Right, exactly.
You know, you can choose in 10-second increments and just keep choosing and choosing and choosing, and that's how we create, is from choice.
Right.
I did want to share with everyone the Access mantra, because it is magic for those of us out there who believe in magic.
Magic.
Magic, yay! And the mantra is, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. I say this to myself 10 times in the morning, 10 times in the middle of the day, 10 times in the evening. And it's magic. You're just going to have to try it. And trust me, that if you say it, it will shift everything in your life.
Right.
Absolutely.
And breathe while you're doing it, because that's even extra magic.
All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. It just shifts the energy right away of everything that's happening. I love that tool.
That's beautiful. And you also are going to share now with us the free link to the meditation that we heard now, and then also another one. And briefly tell us about meditation number 2.
Sure.
But first give the link, because we're going to give it twice.
Okay. So the link is liveyourdreamlifenow.com/free gift. That's my website, liveyourdreamlifenow.com/free gift. So the first meditation you'll be getting is the Being Infinite one that we did earlier. The second meditation is called Breathing into Mother Earth. And I absolutely love this meditation. We talked a little bit earlier about who does this belong to. So sometimes it's yours, sometimes it's someone else's, and sometimes it's something else. And that something else is Mother Earth.
Right.
So when I have, when I ask who does it belong to, and I'm trying to return to sender and it's not going anywhere, then I ask, is it mine, someone else's, or something else? And when it's something else, it's energy that Mother Earth is requiring us to contribute to her. So then I contribute energy to her. And this second meditation, Breathing into Mother Earth, is going to help you to be with that and to sort of really give Mother Earth the energy that she needs. It helps to just expand your energy into her and out as well. And it also creates amazing possibilities. So I'm really excited to be sharing that with everyone.
That's beautiful. That's wonderful. And I'm excited to listen to that one. Yeah, I'm very excited to listen to it. Wonderful. Thank you. So this has been really, really wonderful. Would you like to share something else with us? Because you do this kind of work, but your work is also, like mine, slightly expansive. We don't just, as we grow, we create other things along with it. So you've shared your energy as far as the mental consciousness and all with meditation. What else would you like to share about your work?
I'm an energy healer, so I just work with my clients to help them be who they came here to be, to live the life that they came here to be, and whatever that requires of me as an infinite being, I know I can share it. And I really want to empower my clients and the people that I come into contact with to know that they already know. Everything that you need to create and be, everything that you came here to be is within you. When you're in your mother's womb, every cell in your body has the intelligence to know what it's going to be, to what function it's going to, create in your body, and to just be it. And you have that. We all have that. There isn't anything. I feel so grateful to really have this knowing in my body that there isn't anything that I can't create. And there isn't anything that you can't create, or there isn't anything that any of the listeners can't create. I mean,
not only can we create an amazing life, but we can create healing within our body. We can create healing within our mind, which means, guys, we can create, and guys meaning all of you wonderful listeners, we can create healing in relationships with personal self, family, partner. It's really, really beautiful.
That's why my website is Live Your Dream Life Now. Live it now, because it's possible. And that's what I want to share with the world, is now, this moment. You don't have to plan. If we're always planning ahead and what we're going to create over there, and it seems so far away, no, it's with you now. It's within you now.
Right.
And as an infinite being, you have the awareness and the knowing to just be it and create it.
Yes. And that's moment by moment. That's the meditation we're going to do at night. I'm just giving you guys ideas. That's the incredible connection between whomever you're coming in contact with. That's your incredible connection with your work to bless the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much. It's your incredible meal you're going to make for your family and yourself.
And you know what? The world needs you. You who are listening to this, there is no mistake that you're listening to this. There's no mistake that I am sitting here with Mia.
Mm-hmm.
The world requires us to be everything that we came here to be, and it requires us to do it now. Because Mother Earth, you know, she's like, hello, wake up, people, you know.
Right. Yeah. And when we give blessings to every little thing, like I was saying, family, even our food, that as we're preparing it, that opens up our consciousness to give more. So Patty's website again is
liveyourdreamlifenow.com.
And you can also look up Patty Alfonso or Mia Saenz.com. Thank you. Talk to you next week.